What's up, my Madden Rebuild Warriors? My name is David. I am bringing you a video that is the quarter way of the season video. If you ever follow or listen to John Hanson on Fantasy Football Mornings, he's the guru. He always breaks down seasons into multiple seasons. Every 4 games is another season within a season. Teams fall, they move up. Lots of things happen. So this video is to cover that, and I want to get into two things before we dive deeper into the quarter season. And these are our trades that have happened, and I didn't cover them in the last video, so I want to cover them in this video. Packers are making deals for Isaiah Likely. Learn about this watching the Week 5 game. So it's very interesting. And then the Lions and the Chiefs also made a trade here. The only annoying thing about running this league is that the CPU will make trades of themselves, but it is what it is. I have a couple trades cooked up my sleeve that actually might tailor real life. So let's get into it. This is the rookie review, the best rookies, all about the QBs in this draft. And Caleb Williams is the leading rookie quarterback, and we have him on the Bears in the Miami Dolphins offensive playbook. He's leading in yards, and I believe he's leading in touchdowns, or he's tied for touchdowns, but he has probably the better touchdown to interception ratio of all the rookie quarterbacks in the league. The Bears are, about a 500 team right now, so that's not bad. He was a number 1 pick. If we all, of course, know what the Bears did with their draft pick, moving him down not moving down, but drafting him and then moving back up with their other first-round pick to get Marvin Harrison Jr. So Bears doing well here with Caleb Williams. He's playing very well. He's got a lot of weapons. DJ Moore. We'll cover that later on as we go over the rookie wide receivers and tight ends. Let's take a look at another quarterback here, Drake May, third overall quarterback, struggling with touchdowns to interception ratio, but second in yards. Finally got their first win. JJ McCarthy, later in the first round, doing really well. He started off 3-0 with the Buccaneers, but has fallen off a little bit lately. Just kind of more of a facilitator. It's the Rachaad White show there, but doing pretty well. And then you have Jaden Daniels, a number 2 overall pick. He's got a lot of weapons. Doesn't throw for a lot of yards right now. But we made a depth chart change with Quez Watkins. And that might help him get some more yards here. But good touchdown to interception ratio. Michael Penix Jr. was a second-round pick. Had a great first game against the Steelers with basically a walk-off touchdown in the final minute of the game. And then the Giants have just fallen off since then. And then there's only one rookie running back right now producing, and that's Travion Henderson for our Tennessee Titans. And he's by far and away one of the best running backs in this league anyway. And he must be the system. Then you have the best wide receiver, rookie-wise, right now is Johnny Wilson, 6'7". His numbers are starting to fall a little bit as his teammate starts to get better. Marvin Harrison, unfortunately, just got hurt, but he was having a nice little season. It's he's still second wheel there, but you got Brandon Rice, his teammate, who now even have a more expanded role now that Marvin Harrison got hurt. So yardage-wise, you see Brandon Rice get better. And then Malik Neighbors is leading all rookie wide receivers in touchdowns. Not the fastest guy, but doing pretty well for the Saints alongside Chris Olave. Tight ends, Cade Stover's probably reception-wise one of the best tight ends. He doesn't have hidden development, which stinks, but he still catches balls pretty well for our Chargers. This man's hidden development, Tavion Sanders, what an offense that the Dolphins have put together. So they were in search of a tight end that could produce, and they got one here, and he's decent size and fast. And then Arande Gadsden, a little undersized on the weight, but nice little check down blanket there. All the young weapons for Joe Burrow are producing, and yeah, he's one of them. Best linebacker, rookie linebacker, Samel Mondon Jr., doing really well, leading his team in tackles and right there in the top 5 in tackles for the league. And then Jared Verse, outside linebacker for the Colts, leading all rookies in sacks. Good pick for them. And then for the Jets, Kalen Carson, leading all rookie, I guess, defensive backs in picks, because corners everything. But right here, our man James Williams with the most return yards. 6'5", safety playing in the box. Has one really long interception, so doing well for us. All right, let's get into more of the stats of around the entire league and the standings and all that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the standings, where we sit division, and then overall for the NFL. Leading the AFC North, AFC North, tied with the Bengals, but getting the tiebreaker, I guess, are our Cincinnati Bengals over the Browns. Division's looking pretty good so far right now. Tough division. Plus, you have the Super Bowl defending champions, the Ravens, getting back to 500. So tough here. Browns have a tough matchup. Bengals don't really have that much of that type of a matchup. So pretty nice. Everybody's outscoring Bengals, which is crazy, but we got a 3-game winning streak. Best in the NFL. Well, best in our division. Speaking of one of the best in the NFL, the Colts and the Jags and the Titans, our Tennessee Titans, Texans are really falling off, and they have another tough matchup this week against, who's playing, the Chiefs, I think. So yeah, this is tough. It's a tough division, especially for our Titans. It's maybe we can sneak into the playoffs, but I don't know about getting in the division here. Colts are playing so well, and Jags look really nice at the beginning of the year until the loss against the Colts in Week 4. AFC East, I mean, it's the Dolphins and the Bills world. Patriots hoping to get involved at all. But look, 140 points for the Dolphins. They are just rolling. They're crazy, man. Looking so good. Our Patriots need to get involved, giving up more points than they have scored. But I mean, you play the Dolphins and the Bills, and I forget who else they played. But they finally beat the Jets to get their first win. Jets are awful. Aaron Rodgers, 63 points. 40-year-old man, should have retired. Chiefs might have a cakewalk, except for the Chargers. They're looking pretty good. Only giving up 80 points so far in the year. Best in the division. Chargers have a nice team to play this week, I think. And Chiefs have pretty much a layup. So if the Chargers could beat the Broncos, I think, who they play, who just traded away Jerry Jeudy, because that happened in real life. And, I try to make it happen. There you go. We're all bunched up here. Even the Vikings are still alive, as bad as they looked. Giving up, I think, the most points in the NFL, maybe, possibly. Lions offense has been poopy. They're so lucky to be 2-2, you could say. Bears looking good, but they need to get better on defense, so they might have a scheme change going forward. We'll see. The Bucs are just rolling, man. I don't know. These two teams have a chance. This division's always weird. They just lost. They had their first loss against our Panthers. Panthers not scoring enough. They need to score more. Falcons giving up too many points, but they did just play the Chiefs, so and they gave up a lot of points in an overtime game to the Vikings. Cowboys now in division lead. Commanders fighting. Eagles really need to get a win. It's still early. I think they can get in, but look at this. Giants only 54 points a game. NFC East is not scoring points. The defense is like halfway decent, but yeah, everyone has lost except for the Cowboys have a 2-game winning streak. And the last, of course, the 49ers are 3-1. Cards and Rams are chasing. Seahawks are pretty much dead in the water, only 46 points a game. That's awful. 2 in a row for the Cards, which is nice. And then let's look at the NFL. Let's talk about pretenders and contenders. Who will be the first team to lose, or the last team not to lose, and be the last undefeated team? They all seemingly have decent matchups this week, where they all can go 5-0. So we'll see. But are all these guys for real? Are the Colts for real? I think the Dolphins and the Chiefs are definitely for real, given the weapons. I don't know about the Colts, but that was a big win for them over the Jaguars, 49ers, Chargers, Bengals, Bills, Jaguars, Buccaneers, and Browns. I mean, as far as who might fall off a little bit, probably definitely see the Buccaneers falling off. And then let's look at the worst. Who is the worst teams? Seahawks, for sure. Just give it up, guys. And like I've said before, they could be trading away Kenneth Walker for a high draft pick or a couple draft picks. They got another backup rookie from last year, Charbonnet, who could be starting plenty fine for them. And I think Kenneth Walker get them something where they can, start fixing themselves in the draft. Eagles, I think they just needed to fix their O-line, and I mean, they're not as good as they were, but I can see them getting better. Broncos, same thing. They just got rid of Jerry Jeudy. They're already bad. Saints, it's Derek Carr. He's Mr. 500, so they could get to 8-9 or 9-8 possibly, but I don't know. Giants, I definitely think still rebuilding and still need some help after this year. Texans, I can see crawling back to respectability. Same with the Raiders. I don't know about the Jets. It's so bad with Aaron Rodgers. Our Patriots, I think they're better than what that record is. I mean, we made a very big schematical change to their defense and swapped around some players, and I think we could see them crawl to an 8-9 record. I think so. I think we could see them get up there. Falcons and Vikings. I'm not going to talk about the 2-2 teams, but these teams are very intriguing. Atlanta would be so much better if Ritter could throw the ball. And the Vikings would be so much better if they had the right personnel at their defensive ends for 3-4. Other than that, I mean, both teams could be 500 and, playoff contenders possibly. And then you got the rest of the NFL at 2-2. Just the way the NFL likes it. They like parity. You have your bottom 3-4 teams and your top 3-4 teams, and everybody else is fighting for the middle and making the playoffs. So, where do we go next? Let's talk about stats and awards. Now, I should have showed in this video already another portion. I hope I did this first. Just the best rookies in the draft and how they're doing. Who's the best rookie so far? Let's talk about early MVP candidates. Got Mahomes now with 11-5. Stafford second in yards, 6-5. Tua 4-0, 4-0. Bryce Young, I mean, that playbook throws for over 300 yards a game. Pretty respectable, man. A couple of our focus teams here, 3 guys in a row. Look at that. One division leader and one team at 3-1. We have two teams at 3-1. They both have really good quarterbacks. It's important position. Trevor Lawrence 12-2. Mahomes 2 Purdy 9-1. Caleb Williams 9 TDs, 4 interceptions, bro. So this Miami offense is doing really well. Look at the leading rushers. It's Rachaad White and then Dobbins. Another one of our guys, Johnny Taylor. Henderson's fallen a little bit as far as yardage. Bijan, but not a lot of. He's really the only rookie doing anything. Jalen Wright's doing something for our Cardinals, but he's just a backup guy. But it's all about Rachaad White, and I'm interested to know if it's the playbook or it's the running back, because he just looks awesome. And Dobbins in that Miami offense looking really good. Aaron Jones is just really good in general. He's got a lot of broken tackles. I think that's why he's so good. I don't think it's so much the system and his O-line. I think it's more just him. Good broken tackle numbers. Cooper Kupp's doing well, really coming on here. If you know anything about LA and the quick sim, if you have a number one wide receiver and that number one wide receiver moves into the slot for 13 personnel, 11 personnel, he just gets fed, and that looks like it's happening true in the slow sim. Moore doing well in Miami. Kelsey and Njoku. Marshall's had 2 big games and they're really carrying him. Lamb, number 1. Everett had a huge game and now he's moved up the board there. But as far as yardage wise, you got Terrace Marshall, Waddle. He's probably going to fall a little bit now that Kelsey's back. Kelsey's the next guy here. Now that Hill's back, Travis is coming on. Of course, Kupp. Mooney's having a really nice season. Not a lot of catches compared to the other guys, but hitting some big plays. Jefferson, Lamb, Hardman's coming on. DJ Moore, Chase, solid. Look at that. Chase and Johnny Wilson. Back-to-back teammates. And I think we've already showed some of these rookies. Braden Rice doing well. Calvin Ridley still is leading the league in touchdowns. And Waddle, Kelsey, Adams, Scary Terry, F1, Mike Williams. Really big contract he has. Good lord. So let's talk about solo tackles here. Quay Walker is leading it. Isaiah Simmons, Devin Lloyd, Jabril Peppers. Defensive Player of the Year candidate? Or is that Devin Lloyd? Tranquil? Tremaine Edmonds? You know, rookie here, best rookie linebacker as far as numbers go. About sacks. TJ Watt and Parsons both aided, and Garrett both have played. All have played the Eagles, and Derek Brown off the top. Wow. Yeah, all these guys have played the Eagles. That's crazy. All these guys have played the Eagles, except for Chase Young, I believe. Marshawn Lattimore, 2 picks in his last game, right? Now leads in interceptions, but Poe, 2 in a row for interceptions. One of the best rookies out there on the Jets. So those are all the 2-pick guys. Those are the stats. Look at this. Number 1 offensive yards. I don't know why they do it this way. It's total yards gained. When you look at offense, looking good. Bears. Look at that. The Bears are number 1 in offense. Chiefs, Dolphins, both. They're better than 2 4-0 teams. Bengals 3-1. Nice. Buccaneers, Rams, Jags, Falcons. the leading rusher. The Colts. That's crazy. That's a crazy tandem to stop right there. Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson. Same, and then you got Bijan and Ritter. Ritter can't throw, but he can run, man. Buccaneers. That's all their running back. Ravens, the running backs, and of course Lamar. Cardinals, running backs, Lamar. Bears. That's all Dobbins. Points per game, the Dolphins are now in the lead, 35 a game, right by the Jaguars, Chiefs. Bears are there, man. Rushing touchdowns, Falcons, Colts, yeah, because their quarterbacks are just getting monster first downs. This is all A-Chain going bananas in 2 games. Rachaad White just steady Eddie scoring. Yeah, that's not all the rookie. Look at first downs. Chiefs 98. Bears are right there, man. Chargers right there. Bengals right there. Some of our focus teams. Should we look at defense? The Packers have given up the least yards, followed by the Browns, Colts, Buccaneers, and Bengals. Not bad. Who's giving up the most? The Ravens. That's crazy. But they're playing a Super Bowl championship schedule. Vikings are just bad on defense. Falcons not doing great. Dolphins, they're in shootouts, man. Raiders, Broncos are awful. Who's going to have the most pass yards? That would be the Dolphins, of course, because teams have to throw against them. I mean, they're only giving up 212 rushing yards. The least is the Browns, followed by our Bengals and our Panthers and the Packers. They have a really good playbook. The Steelers, Seahawks. It's giving up the most rush yards. That would be the Vikings. That's what happens when you have a bad. That's what happens. That's a bad line right there. But this is not a bad line, defensive line. Texans aren't playing great. Seahawks are bad. They lost Aiden Hutchinson, so they just got him back. See if that changes anything. Rams are the best against the run, followed by the Dolphins, 49ers, Bills, and Eagles. Points allowed. Who's going to have the most? Yeah, the Vikings, the Falcons, the Rams, the Patriots, and the Seahawks. Patriots are going to get it together. I hope they really rebound nicely. And then you have the Bills have given up the least. So we might be moving some teams to that playbook, followed by the Cowboys. Buccaneers, that's also one that I considered. Browns and Bengals. Who's got the most sacks? The Bears only have 2 sacks. The Bears are a candidate to get a scheme change going forward, for sure. The Browns have the most, followed by the Buccaneers, the 49ers. But, I mean, these teams have good playbooks, and they have guys that are really good. Forced fumbles, our Chargers. Interceptions. Patriots now lead after Aaron Rodgers threw 6 interceptions, 5 or 6. Cowboys are Titans, Bills, Broncos, Eagles, Saints, Chiefs, Bears, Commanders. Conversions, got the best third down conversion by a mile. It's the Jaguars, followed by the Bengals and Dolphins, Bills, Cowboys. Did I say Bills? No, Cowboys, Browns, Bears. Fourth down conversion, a couple hundreds. Commanders looking great there. So with the Colts, same playbooks. Red zone efficiency. Colts are the best, followed by the Chiefs, no surprise. Followed by the Jags and the Chargers. Commanders, Vikings, Browns, Bills. Okay. Red zone points percentage. Okay. Penalties, most penalties against. The Texans, well, wow, by a mile. Turnovers. Differential, the Bills have the best and the Jets have the worst. Of course. And that's it for standings and stuff. Shall we look at stats? Did we already look at stats? I just went through all this and I don't remember look at stats. Yeah, we did. Alright. Scratching my head thinking. So this nice little page right here, you can see everyone's records and who they play, the stat leaders. Alright, what do you guys think? Who are the best teams? Who's the playoff favorites? Who's the Super Bowl favorites right now? Is it the 4-0 teams? Is it Miami and Chiefs? Are the Colts that sneaky team this year? I mean, those are 3 AFC teams. Who's the team on the NFC side? Is it just the 49ers? A lot of guys. Is there another? Is it Tampa Bay who's just the surprise in the NFC? I don't know. You guys tell me. Who are contenders and who are pretenders? Who do you think's the early MVP? Is it Patrick Mahomes? Is it Trevor Lawrence? Is it Tua? Is that just what the Dolphins do in the beginning of seasons? They look great and then they fade when it starts getting cold out and they gotta travel to really cold cities outside. Tua's little left hand can't throw the ball, right? Who's the offensive player of the year in your mind so far? Is it Rachaad White? Is it one of the quarterbacks? One of the wide receivers? Who's your favorite? Who do you guys like watching the most so far? Favorite rookie? Who do you think is the best rookie? Is it Johnny Wilson? Is it Nabbers? Have we yet to see someone really go off yet? Let me know. I'm excited about the next 4 games stretch. We'll be back after that to break down how the NFL looks and this franchise's league looks after another 4 games. If you ever listen to John Hanson on Fantasy Football in the Mornings, the guru, he always talks about there's seasons within the seasons. There's multiple seasons. Like every 4 games is like another season. Things happen. Teams, go on runs. Teams fall off. Players go on stretches in those 4 games and carry their teams and all kinds of stuff. So it's a week-to-week league, and we're starting a new stretch of games here. How will these divisions look by week 8? Also, we have the trade deadline coming up around week 8, week 9. We'll be kind of doing team reviews for the franchise focus teams, individually. I could have covered them all in this video, but I didn't want to. I want to do them week to week and keep you up to date on each team as we go along for their own video, give them their own time. Anyway, we'll have contract signings and trades and all that stuff as we head towards week 9, and that's a cool thing. Week 9 starts the 3rd season within the season, and that's right at the trade deadline for that stretch of games. Alright guys, tell me what you think. I love your comments. Please give me your comments so I know what you think of the league. Hopefully you watched this whole video, made it to the end, and you're up to date on all the games. I couldn't wait to get this video made because I'm waiting to start simming week 5 games. Once they start week 5, it's going to screw up all the stats. I can't do this video. So thank you for watching. Tell me who's your favorite, and are the Eagles the only team at 0-4 that can rebound? Or who's going to lose first out of those 3 unbeaten: Chiefs, Dolphins, Colts? It's the Colts, right? Play it on paper overall, it's the Colts, possibly. Alright, guys. And gals. My Madden Rebuild Warriors. I'll see you next time.